Most healthcare enterprises in Africa are founder-dependent. Institutionalization is the process of transforming from personality-driven operations to system-driven organizations. My name is Mukisa Joshua William, the Principal and Founding Executive Director at the Banrati Investment Group Limited, based in Uganda. Today, I will explain how small clinics, pharmacies, laboratories, and diagnostic centers evolve into large, resilient healthcare institutions, and why this transformation is essential for the future of African healthcare. This is not a discussion about size alone. It is a discussion about structure, governance, sustainability, and long-term impact. Across Africa, most healthcare businesses are built by dedicated founders, clinicians, pharmacists, and entrepreneurs who invest their lives into serving their community. These businesses often succeed because of the founders' personal involvement, relationships, clinical expertise, and reputation. However, this same founder dependence becomes a structural limitation as the business grows. When decision-making, operations, financial management, and clinical oversight remain concentrated in one individual, scalability is constrained. Continuity becomes uncertain. Risk increases. Institutional capital remains inaccessible. This is not a failure of leadership. It is a natural stage in the life cycle of many businesses. The challenge is that most healthcare enterprises never make the transition from founder-led to institution-led operations. Institutionalization is the process of replacing dependency on individuals with dependency on systems. It means introducing governance structures that outlive any single person. It means establishing professional management teams rather than relying on founders to perform multiple roles simultaneously. It means formalizing financial reporting, compliance, clinical protocols, and operational processes. Institutionalization does not remove the founder. It repositions the founder from operator to steward, from manager to architect, from firefighter to institutional builder. This shift is not cosmetic. It is structural. There are four primary pillars of institutionalization in healthcare. 1. Governance. 2. Management. 3. Financial transparency. And 4. Operational standardization. First, governance. Institutions require boards, committees, policies, and accountability frameworks. Governance separates ownership from management, introduces oversight, and ensures strategic continuity. Second, professional management. Institutions operate through defined leadership roles, performance metrics, succession planning, and organizational structure. This replaces informal authority with formal responsibility. Third, financial transparency. Institutions operate with audited financials, standardized accounting systems, cash flow discipline, budgeting processes, and internal controls. This enables bankability, investability, and long-term planning. Fourth, operational standardization. Institutions rely on documented processes, standard operating procedures, clinical protocols, compliance systems, and quality assurance mechanisms. This ensures consistency, safety, and scalability. Together, these pillars convert businesses into institutions. Capital is not merely a funding mechanism. It is a structural tool. Capital enables infrastructure upgrades, modern facilities, equipment, laboratories, and digital systems. It enables talent acquisition, professional managers, clinicians, compliance officers, finance lenders, and operations specialists. It enables service expansion, new locations, new specialties, new technology, and new patient populations. However, capital alone does not create institutions. Capital without governance amplifies risk. Capital without systems amplifies care. Capital without discipline amplifies inefficiency. At Banrati, we deploy capital only within institutional framework. Governance first, systems second, capital third. One of the most common fears among founders is that institutionalization means losing control, identity, or legacy. This fear is understandable. For many healthcare founders, their business is not merely an asset. It is a vocation, mission, and a life's work. Institutionalization does not erase legacy. It preserves it. By introducing governance, systems, and professional management, we ensure that the founder's vision, his values, and clinical standards endure beyond their personal involvement. We protect employees, safeguard patients, and ensure continuity. Legacy is not preserved by personality. It is preserved by structure. The transformation from a small healthcare business to a large institution is not instantaneous. It is a deliberate, phased process. It begins with assessment, evaluating governance, operations, compliance, financials, culture, and leadership. It continues with design, building governance frameworks, organizational structures, and operating models. It proceeds with implementation, installing systems, recruiting talent, training teams, and standardizing processes. It matures through discipline, enforcing accountability, performance management, and continuous improvement. This journey requires patience, leadership alignment, and institutional discipline. It cannot be rushed. It cannot be improvised. It must be engineered. Africa's healthcare future depends not only on access, but on quality, reliability, safety, and sustainability. Institutions, not individuals, deliver consistency. Institutions, not personality, add practicality. Institutions, not informal systems, scale impact. Without institutionalization, healthcare remains fragile, fragmented, and founded. With institutionalization, healthcare becomes resilient, scalable, investable. This is not merely a business issue. It is a public health issue. It is an economic issue. It is a national development issue. At the Banrati Investment Group Limited, we do not buy business. We build institutions. We transform founder-led healthcare enterprises into system-driven healthcare institutions, preserving legacy while unlocking scale, sustainability, and long-term impact.